Welcome back, everybody, to the Cirque Show 24/7. This is Season 2, Episode 2 of Girl Meets World, entitled Girl Meets the New World. So, let's get right into it. Alright, guys. Now, this episode, we deal with the fact that Riley and Lucas have to deal with the fact that they're not talking about the kiss from last season that kind of changed everything. They're very awkward around each other. They didn't really talk about the incident and stuff like that. And, Maya's really trying to get Riley and Lucas to kind of talk about it. And then that gets everybody in the school to talk about it. And want to know, like, what happened, what are they, what kind of label are they boyfriend and girlfriend, or are they just friends? So that's what, the main storyline of this episode was about. And it was a pretty good storyline because I've dealt with that, like, in high school or middle school, dating a girl for the first time or kissing a girl for the first time, and then like the next day you have to see this person, and then that awkwardness to try to figure out what you two guys are, and should y'all be boyfriend and girlfriend, or are y'all just friends? Did it just happen just out of just spontaneity or whatever, just stuff like that. It's that thing that all like teenage kids go through. So it really hit home with me, and I really enjoyed that. I like what like the comedy that goes into that with Riley and Lucas, very awkward around each other. Don't really know how to be boyfriend and girlfriend because they were such good friends. That being boyfriend and girlfriend just kind of complicates things, and that's what happens in like real life relationships. There's been plenty of like friends who I've dated, and it wasn't the same thing as just being friends because you have to put more work into it, and it's a lot more responsibility, and it gets kind of awkward sometimes. So I understood that. But it was still funny to watch and just have them, go through these like awkward moments and stuff like that, and having, Maya and, Farkle like have their own little side story with just, Farkle proposed to Maya with like her with his mom's ring and stuff like that. And it was a funny moment because she doesn't, love Farkle for Farkle. She loves Farkle because Farkle gave her the ring, and she loves the ring more because the ring's like super expensive. So she was she was just in awe of everything when it came to the diamond and stuff like that, and the ring. And it had a lot of great little funny moments that I really, really enjoyed with them too. And they work very well with each other. Obviously, they're not really meant to be, and that's cool. But I like that pairing of like Maya and Farkle because their banter with one another, really highlights the show, and like just the different kind of personalities like each character on the show has really shines when those two are like put into the same situation together. Now let's get into the probably my favorite part of this episode was like the B-side story, and the B-side story was the whole Topanga, Augie, Corey, and Augie's friend Doe. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world because this kid, his real name is Dewey, and he pronounces it wrong. And, Topanga being like this very type A type of person wants him to, pronounce it right. And just his face on when she's trying to get him to like come here and stuff like that was the funniest thing to me. I don't know why. Just the way the kid's like face was looking like he was kind of constipated or something like that. I don't know. I was just laughing really hard at that. And it really just really just made my day watching this episode. Just that whole moment and them two going back and forth towards the end of this episode, just kind of fighting on what's the right pronunciation. And Corey and Augie saying like, "Mom, just let it go. Like you can't win this fight," and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that, and it's a good way to use Topanga because she is a funny person. I always like Topanga. I don't think they really utilized her in the best way in season 1. She had like good moments, but I don't think they really utilized her in the best way in season 1. So hopefully season 2 we get like little moments like this, and we get her very more integrated into the storyline with Augie and stuff like that. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. The first 2 episodes of Girl Meets World have been really good. I'm super excited that Riley and Lucas they broke up because they figured that they don't need to go too fast. They don't need people to tell them what they are, and they're just friends again. And if you go back to like my first few episodes in like season 1, I had a prediction that I never thought Lucas was was the one for Riley. I feel like at the end game, he's like the first crush for or Riley's first crush is Lucas, but I feel like in like season 2 we're going to get introduced to this other kid or something like that. I just feel like somebody else is going to be introduced, and that's going to be the one for Riley. It might happen in season 2, maybe season 3, but I don't think Lucas is the end game for Riley. That's just my opinion. But what do you guys think about this episode? Please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought, and as always, this is the Search Show 24/7. Be easy.